Okay.
So once you go into your module one and you go into each page and you make it yours with your word, your rhythm, your instructions for students, then what you do is that you go into the three dots in the gray part of the module, and you're going to go ahead and let me see if it doesn't, I think it needs to be, let me see, I think it needs to be published. Let me see if that's true.
To get to duplicate.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's not letting me do it right now. Copy, send, share. So I'm not really sure why it's not letting me duplicate it right now. Why?
Yeah,
Because
the
I'm
other day I was
recording
trying
it.
to do the
Yeah.
duplicate, and it would show duplicate sometimes, and other times the duplicate doesn't come up.
Yeah, it's very strange. Right now I'm trying to do it and it's not there. The duplicate, the edit. So I'm not really even sure why it's not showing me how to do that right now. Because it should. All right. It's probably
Yeah,
because
I
I'm
saw that.
recording it. So move
I don't know.
module.
The other
No,
day I
no, no, no,
couldn't
no.
find it either.
You couldn't find it either. Well, it should be right there,
No.
right within the duplicate. Let me see. Let me go down over here and see if they'll let me do this one. This one it does let me
There
do.
it is.
So I'm not really sure why it's not allowing that this here. But one of the things that you can do is you can copy this whole thing. You hit duplicate, it gives you a whole new duplicate. You retitle it module week 2. So you can do that.
Right.
But I think that maybe what I would do is just make copies. So for example, here, the first one,
So I want
I
to say I
go
want to
in there and
copy the,
duplicate this one. And so this one's going to
so
give
that
me this too. And so then what I would do is move this to the one that you have that says 2, week 2.
okay.
Foundations of Law and Crime. And I would
Okay.
move that there. And then so now your foundations will have that copy. And you can see here it says copy. Yeah.
Okay.
And so let me move
Yeah.
this up. I'm going to move this module so that it's right below your other one. It's after your this one.
Okay.
So
And
that
so
they're
these are
close.
all copies.
Uh-huh. So that would be a way to do it. Like once you have this one that you like, you go to the little dots here, you duplicate this
Yep.
one. See how it says copy? And then we
Yep.
move it to number 2, which is here. And then we'll move it to be after the orientation module. There, I mean,
Right. And we only want to put stuff in the one that says copy, correct?
yeah. And so that's
Yeah.
one way to do it, one by one. I was sort of hoping, and I'm not sure why it's not letting me do it, duplicate the whole module. It's not
I
letting me do
know.
that for some bizarre reason. And so that's one way to do it. And to just do it like once you fix this one, then duplicate it for week 2, and then you would change it. So you would go
Okay.
in, you have to edit it or else it's gonna be weird, right? Because it'll have module 1, module 2. So you edit,
Right.
and then here you change this so that this is overview for 2. And the title of this week is what I don't remember what it was.
Law or
Nation
something.
and
Law and crime.
law and crime. And so you would change it here as well. And then you would change it over here. So it says law and crime. And then everything would be adjusted to what it's supposed to be. And so then that way,
Okay.
you go to your modules list. You now have your orientation, which you're supposed to have, your module 1, and now your module 2 is starting to foundations of law and crime. So
Okay.
does that kind
Okay.
of
Got
make
it.
sense? Yeah. I
Yeah.
know that was
Yeah.
a lot there, but because it's not letting us duplicate the whole module, that's okay. You know, you can just duplicate them one by one as you're done
One
with
by
them.
one.
And so I would tackle doing these 2 modules first to make them your own.
Okay.
Just go in, hit edit, make it your own, click on the next one, keep going. Some of these you don't have to do too much on. Like these 2,
Okay.
those pretty much are already set. Let me see. Why don't we go ahead and then we'll move this one to the right place. So it's after number 2. and module, there we go, so that they're in order. And that way you don't have to worry
Okay.
about that. And then we're gonna move this module so that it's after number 3. And you only have 5, right?
Right.
5, okay, and then this one, move module, so it's after number 4. There we go. And then now you have them where you're supposed to have them in all of this. Those are just your resources in case you need to come back to any of this stuff over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and send you this mini clip, at least for the duplication.
Thank you.